Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled deep in the heart of the mountains, there lived a young boy named Koji. Koji was known far and wide for his insatiable chatter. He talked endlessly, whether to express his thoughts, share his dreams, or simply to fill the silence. His voice echoed through the streets, and his words flowed like an unending river. The villagers had grown accustomed to Koji's constant chatter. But as he grew older, they couldn't help but wonder if there was more to life than the ceaseless babble that filled their days. One day, a renowned Zen master named Takeshi arrived in the village. Takeshi was a man of few words, and his serene presence commanded the respect of all who met him. News of his arrival quickly spread, and the villagers gathered in anticipation of the wisdom he would surely impart. As Takeshi settled into the village, Koji was intrigued by the enigmatic master. He decided to visit Takeshi's humble abode, convinced that he could outtalk even the most stoic of individuals. With a heart full of excitement and a mind brimming with questions, Koji knocked on the master's door. Takeshi opened the door, his eyes filled with a profound understanding that seemed to pierce Koji's very soul. Koji, undeterred by the master's silence, began to speak with vigor, recounting tales of his life, his dreams, and his desires. Hours turned into days, and still, Koji talked on, oblivious to the fact that Takeshi hadn't uttered a single word in response. The silence in the room was palpable, like a heavy fog that refused to lift. But Koji was undeterred, believing that his words were a gift to the world. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Koji ran out of breath. He paused, gasping for air, and looked at Takeshi expectantly. Takeshi, with a gentle smile, spoke for the first time, saying, "Your words, like leaves in the wind, have scattered in all directions, but have they truly taken root in your soul?" Koji was taken aback. No one had ever questioned the purpose of his incessant chatter before. He pondered Takeshi's words, realizing that despite his constant talking, he had never truly connected with others or himself. He had been filling the silence with noise, but that noise had drowned out the wisdom of the world. Over the following weeks, Koji visited Takeshi regularly, but this time he came with a different intention. Instead of talking, he sat in silence, eager to absorb the wisdom that the Zen master had to offer. Takeshi shared his insights through gestures, expressions, and the unspoken language of stillness. One evening, as Koji sat in quiet contemplation, Takeshi said, "In the stillness, you will find the answers you seek. Silence is not the absence of words, but the presence of understanding." With those words, Koji's heart opened, and he began to embrace the power of silence. He discovered that in silence, he could truly listen to others, connect with the world around him, and understand the depths of his own soul. His transformation was profound, and the villagers marveled at the newfound wisdom that radiated from him. Koji's journey from a talkative boy to a wise and enlightened individual taught the village an invaluable lesson, that the power of silence was more potent than the torrent of words. It was a reminder that in stillness, we find clarity, in quietude, we find peace, and in the absence of words, we often discover the most profound truths of all. As the years passed, Koji continued to visit Takeshi, and their silent communion deepened. The two became inseparable, the talkative boy and the Zen master, bonded by the unspoken understanding that had transformed Koji's life. And so, the story of the talkative boy and the Zen master serves as a powerful reminder that sometimes, in the quiet moments of our lives, we find the answers we seek, the wisdom we crave, and the true essence of our being. In the words of Takeshi, silence is not the absence of words, but the presence of understanding. May we all learn to embrace the power of silence in our own journeys toward wisdom and enlightenment.